Good evening, Knights. Tonight we're gonna do a video of setting up controls for console. I had Mr. or Master Hamster asked if I could do a video on helping set up controls, so I'm gonna do my best. We're gonna do it together. If I could help any one of you guys get your sim controls for a controller set up fine and help somebody be able to enjoy sim, it was all worth it. But before we get started, we got a good bit to go over, so hopefully this ain't too long of a video. But most important thing you do first, set your controls up. Make sure you got it on full realistic. Come down here to toggle SAS if you're flying jets, set up a button for it. We'll go over that once we get all the controls. That's basically your stability and a few other things, but we won't jump ahead. Now, whatever you want for your roll axis on your controller, set it up how you want. Get the buttons set up the way you like it. It's all on your preference. We're gonna set mine up like that. Right stick, left and right. I'm gonna do the pitch on that one. Toggle, that's throttle. We'll switch that. Come up, get our throttle. Okay, we'll try that for now. Oh, nope, I didn't want that. Sometimes you gotta watch, it's a little tricky. Alright, we got that. And if you're doing props and all that stuff, and that's if you're trying to fly the Spitfire, you try to turn a little bit, and she just goes into a spin. Come in to your pitch axis here. Remember, I gotta turn that off. The multiplier here is like your aileron. So that one right there, meaning it's at 100% deflection of your aileron. So you can always turn that down a little bit for the Spitfire because she's a little wild. She's a hard one to fly. Because you gotta remember, this in the Spit in real life, it had a long stick with the where they used, and you're using a small little thumbstick, and it's moving a lot more, so it's kind of giving you more turn whenever you push your stick in a little bit than you need. So you want to turn that one down. And if you're in jets, SAS mode right here, that would help out a lot. And make sure we got everything. Like, I'll adjust this stuff down later. We're going to see how she flies. Okay, gotta check our flaps. Make sure we got stuff set up on that. Brake. Yeah, if you have a keyboard too, definitely a keyboard will come in handy with your controller because there's all kind of buttons, especially if you want to use your radar and stuff. Alright, I'm gonna check a couple other things. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, here's this button right here. Look back. I would recommend set it up on a button so if you hit it, your head will snap back and look. It'll help you out if you got good rear visibility. A lot of jets don't have it. And if you want to zoom your head back a little bit, come down here in the head movement, set up the buttons you want. If we'll go in, you want to turn relative control on so you don't have to hold the button and so you just move it back and forth and stuff. To put your relative control, how fast you want it to move or how slow you want. That way you can zoom back a little bit, you can see out your cockpit a little bit more and stuff. Alright, now we'll exit out of here. Alright, now I'll show you guys what SAS mode. If you look down the bottom of the middle of the screen, you'll see it says stability augment dampening. That's basically stability. We're going to leave that on when we take off. If you hit it again, it'll go to automatic leveling. All that does is makes your wings level. It don't keep your nose from going down or up. Just your wings. It helps you to land when you're at low speeds. You know how wobbly some planes get? And that'll take your steering down too. You won't be able to turn as hard. Same way with dampening, but it's your stability. You can always go back to full manual if you need to turn harder when you're in a dogfight, because you'll be loose and wild. Like you pull too hard, you'll go into a spin unless you take down your pitch a little bit on a multiplier if you like manual. But the new jets got dampening. Like a lot of the older jets don't have any dampening, and then you won't know until you hit the button. They'll say nothing. Okay, we're gonna see if we can get this thing in the air. Like, I'll go over radar too and help you guys set up as everybody's in the Tomcat since the event. Like, I don't do videos like this. I just usually do my gameplay, me flying around. But like I said earlier, if I could help just one of you guys be able to enjoy sim. Okay, something's wrong. Alright. I'll just restart. Like, I use a flight stick too, and when you're using sim control, I recommend just having a head tracking mouse. Like, if you're on PlayStation, you guys, I think you got VR, you can use that too, so you can look around. Alright, got something wrong with the pitch. I wonder why that keeps doing that. It's driving me nuts. Alright, we'll see if that fixes our problem. Yeah, and that look back button does this too, where you could zoom back some more for your head movement. I don't know why I don't want to pull up. Alright, we'll figure this out. That should be on none. I'll give another restart, so we'll be at the end of the runway. Throttle's on the wrong stick. I don't. So why is that? Throttle. Yeah, it should be Left stick up and down. And my rural should be, yeah, right stick, alright. Alright, restart again. Yeah, the biggest thing is sitting here setting up your controls. It takes a while. Like, that's the pain in the butt, trying to set all these buttons up. Gaijin really needs to get in there and set a basic controls up for default. Alright, we should be good now. We should be able to get airborne. Yeah, like I said, I use a flight stick, so we're setting this up together. Alright, here we go. Turn dampening on for stability. Yeah, jets, you don't really have to do too much for the modern ones. You just turn dampening on. Helps you out a lot. Sometimes setting up the controllers that you guys seen, you'll have stuff to interfere. We just gotta go in, do stuff. For some reason that auto detect would not stop auto detecting. Here we got our zoom. We'll turn this way. Now we'll hit our button for SAS mode. And see, auto level your wings. And it takes your turn down. See, that's the only hard you can turn right now. But it's mainly for landing. I use it like that. And if you hit the button again, you're in full reel. You can turn harder and black out if you need to. And we'll hit that button again for SAS mode. I can't speak tonight. And we're back dampening where we could be more stable. Yeah, see, we didn't really do too much to set those controls up, and we're flying pretty good. Now, the important thing is, since we got it set up right now, if you hopefully got all your buttons, your radar set up, I'll give you guys a quick peek of mine as soon as you find it. Might not be set up on this one. If not, I'll load my flight stick controls up and show you, because it would be the same. Yeah, I think we passed the radar. Weapons. Yeah, we definitely passed it. Okay, it's right here. It's not set up. But once you got everything set up, and I would save it. That's what we're going to do. This will be our default control, because you see I got all the planes I fly in sim. They all got their own controls. And this is my basic default sim control setup. So if I get in a new aircraft, I'd load this one up. My radar, my flares, all that stuff stays the same. All I gotta do is go in, tweak the pitch, or do whatever magic I need to do to get the plane to feel right. And it's a lot more tedious with props. Props are hard. That takes a lot of time and a lot of practice. And if you're having trouble, you just gotta keep practicing in sim and go in and move your controls a little bit at a time. But if you're flying like any of the modern jets out there now, you just turn dampening on and go at it. And if you like the full manual control, you just turn it back on. I got it where I could turn and not spin out. Like some planes, you really don't need to touch it too much. Like in the 16s, those things fly like a dream. The A5s or the F5s are pretty nice. Yeah, so you want to save it. This will be our basic sim control. So if we get another aircraft and want to use a controller, we'll just go in from there. Like, it's all to your preference where you want your buttons, where you want your throttle to turn. It's all on you. And like, if you have trouble pulling up, won't take off in that, or you can't move, it's something just messing with it. Like sometimes you run into some bugs, like you seen with that auto detect kept going on, so it's messing my buttons up. So I caught on. But if you're having trouble, and before you go in and do your pitch multiplier, turn this down. Saying if you're rolling too hard, turn this down before anything else. Because that might be the problem and the easy fix for you. And if you want, here, I'll load this up. We'll show you my radar so you can set up your radar up so you can start slinging Fox 3s. Or if you just got the Tomcat, the Phoenixes. I don't know why they blocked that stuff out. That's stupid. I can go in, see, it's all set up. And non-linear too, that's put like curvature in your stick. If that makes sense. That's how I've been picking it up. I really don't mess with that. I don't like no play in my stick. I like if I pull the stick a little bit, she'll start moving a little bit. Alright, we'll go down to radar. Oh yeah, if you want to drop more than one bomb or whatever, secondary weapon ripple quantity. Set a button up because it'll go 2, 4, 8, and 16. And make sure you turn the bomb series off where your fuel gauge is at when you go into battle because that will interfere with it. Alright, radar, here we go. This is all my radar. I used the keyboard on the numlock pad. All this set up. Now we could switch between the radars, the width, change targets, lock them up. And if you want, you can set up buttons for your ballistic computer. Switching sight mode and cockpit's nice. Oh yeah, important thing, if you try to fly with sim controls and ARB, make sure you're in the cockpit because it is super hard to fly in third person because it throws your depth perception off. Like, you look like you're not turning hard and stuff, or you're trying to gun somebody and you just move a little bit. It's just going all over the place. It's meant for you to be in your cockpit, and that because it'll help. It's just weird. You can test it yourself and that. And make sure you turn full wheel controls on, because sometimes when you load the controls up for some reason, if it's your sim controls, it puts it in pointer aim and you can't take off. I don't know why that's doing that stuff now. And you can always set up your periodic periodic countermeasures. Turn that off. If you're in the A10, you can keep slinging flares out every second if you got it set up. But yeah, I like to switch sight mode and cockpit, so if you're in your cockpit you can turn your bomb sight on, or air to ground, or your cannon and stuff. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything for you guys and girls. Yeah, and all the stuff you really don't need on your controller, just take it off and that. Like, see here, I got mine. I got your primary weapon is always your cannon and your nose, and your secondary is whatever's on your wings, except for gun pods. And you can set but enough for that and just leave your primary alone. But you want to come down and switch secondary weapons, because that will go through your, say if you're loaded up with multiple stuff, we'll switch your sideminders, your bombs, your rockets, whatever you got. And all you gotta do is just whatever button you got set up for fire secondary, hit it and it'll go off the rail. Or drop your ordnance to clear up some room for you, because every time I take off and that it says drop bombs and all that stuff, because I took it all off. I actually don't have that. That's only on there if I'm flying a bomber in sim or something. But yeah, mostly it's just I fire everything with the fire secondary. Yeah, it just takes a lot of practice to fly in sim. Just sit there and test drive and that, and just get it where you're comfortable, the plane feels, and just keep trying. Then if you want to try fight people, go in a custom battle where you're not losing SL, and practice fighting that way, and then go in to like Air RB if you want to do that, or go into sim. That way you got some practice in you instead of losing a ton of money getting shot down left and right. Like I get shot down still, but when you're in Air RB trying to fly in sim controls, you at a disadvantage from the rip. Okay, we got all our controls set up, saved. Yeah, roll axis, like if it's rolling too much for you, just come down to multiplier and turn it down a little bit. That's all you need to do. Same way with the yaw. If it's not enough for you with the yaw, you can always come in, turn it up. And let's see, common. Oh, definitely. If you're in sim, especially in sim battles, you want to set up this follow me. So whenever you hear people tagging themselves like follow me, I need cover, it shows you where they're at on the map for a quick second. So when they hit that button, they're trying to call out, see if there's any friendlies in front of them with the person they're chasing. So if it is a friendly, they won't shoot at them, just to communicate. That's very important right here. So if you're flying with your buddy, he's trying to find you, you just hit the button you got set up. Mine's number 2 on the keypad. And if your buddy's looking at the map, you'll see what you ping, gets you an idea where he's at, or your teammates. Like if they are in a dogfight and you don't know where they're at and they're asking for help, just yell in the chat and have them ping the map. They most likely will, and you go to that direction and go try to save them, or go get in a big fur ball. Yeah, because I don't think there's too much else for sim. Went over SAS mode. That's right there. And we got it where we could set up and fly. We got our weapon select all hooked up. I'm not used to turning in the controller. I'm so used to my flight stick and my head tracking mouse. Helps everything to look around. But we still ain't flying too bad. Okay, we're at auto leveling. We'll go back to manual, see how she handles. There's the look back button. Yeah, so far she feels good right now. We didn't do too much. A little bit bouncy on the nose, but I'm pulling too hard because the stick. All you gotta do is just go gentle, move slow. Yep, I don't have a button set up where I can turn my head and look around because it's. Nah, we'll go find that real quick, 'cause that's the only thing we don't have set up. I don't think it's the left or right. Okay, let me load my other controls up. Let's see if I'll give you a better example there. Okay, there we go. So it'll be this one. You want using control, a lot of times it's hold down for the enable, and whatever stick, left or right, up and down. I'll just hit add. Yep, that's where you're looking around. I'll let you do this. Stick, but it's hard to fly at the same time. While you're looking around. Okay, we'll go back to those controls. We'll go out and try to fly something different. Alright, if I could take out the 14 now, we'll do something that's a little bit more demanding. Let's see what I got over here. 21, here we go. This one's like an earlier jet, I don't think it has SAS mode. So we'll be like full manual. We'll give you a quick tutorial, like we'll try to tune it to get it where she's stable. Yep, make sure you always save too if you make adjustments. You can always keep the default save and save it, for example, like G91 sim control or something. But if you get another plane, you still got your basic default setup where it's all your buttons are the same. So if you mess up, you can reload it and move there from again and resave over the one you saved for your aircraft of the plane you're flying. Well, like we're doing this in a match, I meant to hit test drive, but I wasn't paying attention. I was talking too much. Alright, this is gonna be fun. Oh, there I am. See one. Why can't I take off for some reason? Alright, something was definitely wrong there. Didn't mean to go in there. I wanted to do a test drive. Because sometimes you set something up for a plane and you try to get in another one. Oh, we're on 7 minutes. Could we test drive it though? Yes, we can. Yeah, because sometimes like that, like it's not meant for the aircraft. As we look, we don't got no SAS mode. Hit the button. Now we're going to take off and see when we get this thing off the ground. And if we need to do some adjustments, we're going to do it and try again. So you guys see what I do usually? I try to troubleshoot. If I get a new aircraft, I come into here anyway and go test drive, make sure it's set up right. Or if it'll take off, or I gotta do something, because sometimes the controls are weird. Okay, we're able to get off the ground. I don't think I got trim set up. What do I do? Yeah, use our trim. Okay, we're a little bouncy, so we're gonna go in. I'm gonna take down about 175 first. Okay, leave that like that. Give it a little up and down pull. Okay, back to controls. We're gonna turn that down some more. There we go, a little up and down. It ain't pull too much. Now we're just gonna go around in a circle. See if we start spinning out. We're pulling all the way back, so we really don't need to mess with deflection at all on the multiplier for the pitch. Yeah, she's not spinning. We might be able to turn it up a little bit to get her pull harder. Yeah, this don't seem too bad. Might turn the sensitivity down a little bit more. But I can live with that, flying this thing around. That rolls too much though. I'm gonna fix that. We'll try to go even, because that's rolls super fast. A little too much for my liking. There we go, that's still fast enough. Alright, check our yaw. Yeah, that snaps too much. Yeah. Alright, we'll turn that down. Try 64 with the yaw. Yeah, still a little too much. Yep, a little too much. We'll turn that down a little bit more. We'll go by the same. We'll take it even. There we go. That's a lot better. Yep, that's basically what I do there with my controls. Well, like I said, I use the flight stick, so it's a little bit easier than controller. Okay, lower the trim. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, when you're in full manual, you gotta mess with the trim a lot or set a fixation up. I'm not too sure on that one. I try to set one up, but I don't fly props too much, and a lot of props I use, I just trim manually. Yep. Still a little too much roll. Turn our yaw down a little bit more. Yeah, there's probably a better video. Somebody setting up controls for sim. Yep, you just keep doing a little bit of tweaking like I'm doing until it feels right to you. Some people like it super sensitive where they, they can handle it. But I just don't like no play in my stick at all. Yep, just keep practicing. Flying, get used to the aircraft. Every aircraft's different. Yeah, see, this turn is pretty nice now. I think it rolls a little too much for me still. No bad idea. Yep. Yeah, let's try to get cocky. Alright, so we're gonna return the hangar. Once we get in there, we're gonna save our controls there for the GR91. Yeah, because we just need to keep tweaking. But it's livable right now to go out and fight with. Alright, we'll save that. Put Sim. We'll do that there, abbreviation. G91. Oh. I'll just save that. And we'll come back to it, like if we need to load it up, do some more tweaking. I'll load my flight stick controls up and let you guys take a peek in case you guys using a flight stick. This is my default control. Yep, so I basically just got my multiplier to 1. I just left that one alone, or I turned it down a little bit. I think it was like a 1 or 75. Yep, that one's the same. And the yaw. As you can see, my stuff ain't too much different than default when you're setting stuff up. See, when you load stuff, it goes to pointer aim. So watch out for that if you're switching. control setups for different planes, because you gotta go back in and make sure you put on full. There's my sensitivity, 33, 38, 47. Force feedback multiplier is turned off because I don't got a force feedback in my stick, so it's just worthless. Yep, well, yeah, see, it's not too much. Just I got mine set up wherever buttons I like. The fly and this flight stick ain't. I mean, got your throttle and your stick, so it goes all on there whenever you load up default. You know, all you gotta do is tweak and set up all your buttons the way you like it for your radar and stuff. Yeah, I should have the head movement. There you go, back up camera control. I'm scrolling too much. So I got this set up. It's not assigned. On this one for my flight stick because I use the head tracking mouse with it, and I had to come over here on the Xbox. Where's the mouse? Because I had to put the mouse look on it. This thing was so hard to find. That's the zoom. Yeah, zoom mouse. There we go. And the mouse look activation, I hold a button in, so it's my Y button on the flight stick. I hold that in, I could turn my head left and right and look. If I turn it off or whatever, then if I'm looking around, if I'm trying to look straight at the HUD, my head will be all the way up to the right of looking at my wall, trying to keep it center. So if you let off the button you're holding in for your look, I'll snap it somewhat close back to the HUD for you. This on Xbox is the only thing I could use. I'm gonna move my head, it makes it easier. I wish I had VR for Xbox, but it is what it is. Yep, don't forget to set that up for sim whenever you're trying to communicate your location with your teammates. Yeah, I think that's basically it for the sim controls. Like, if you guys got questions, definitely hit me up in a comment. Let me know if I missed anything, and I'll fix it and cover it. I don't think there is anything else to really go over. Yeah, except for I went over that. That's the most important if you're flying jets and have it. Yeah, but you look, see this way my flaps are. This is whatever buttons you feel comfortable with using to set it up. Yeah, I'm just looking through just in case I forgot something. Oh, okay, here we go. Yep, this is important too, right here. Like, you know how like you got computer screens on your cockpit, for example, like the F-14B. You could switch between the modes. You could switch where you could look at the plane, or you could look at your altimeter and other stuff. Like the A10 will switch to zoom, bring a map on, or some planes will have the map will switch, or put your speed on there, or your radar screen up on a console. Yep, I have one set up for that because I usually switch where I can see the plane on my HUD, or not my HUD, and the computer screen inside the Tomcat. Alright, yeah, definitely, that's about it. Yep, I think that is actually it. Alright, Knights, well, hopefully this helped you a little bit. Like I said, if I missed anything, please let me know. If I get any of you guys that helps you out in flying, get your controls set up, it'll be well worth it. So you guys can enjoy Sim. But like I said, I do recommend a flight stick and a keyboard, at least a keyboard for your controls, because there's a lot of buttons you need to set up, and you can't put them all on your controller. It's like if you're trying to sling like Fox 3s or use your radar, you're gonna need all those buttons set up. And like all the unimportant stuff like gear and stuff, bringing the map up, turning night vision on, I put it all on the keyboard. But anyway, Knights, that's it for the video. Like I said, I hopefully helps any one of you guys out. But more people flying in sim, having fun, because it is kind of fun flying. You're not handicapped neither with your controls. I tried doing pointer aim for a video, and it feels completely different, like I'm handicapped flying through the sky. You try to turn left, your tail starts fishtailing and all that stuff. It's crazy. But anyway, Knights, I wish you guys a good night. I'll catch you later in the next video. Peace out.